I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself, and I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart, and I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself, and I love myself like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Now I know I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I rock myself like a newborn baby child. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release, and know.
Everyone wishes to live their best life. We experiment with various ways to achieve that, whether it is through study, competing, finding a partner, working hard, or admiring someone who inspires you. It is the quality of our inner being that does it all, or grapples with fulfilling life's calling. For the past 20 years, the Brahma Kumaris in Washington, D.C. has been a space for any and everyone to enter into and experience one's soul calling. From 1997, the center opened in an old rickety house on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring, Maryland, where cars and trucks that passed by would shake the space. But when you were inside, it was a peaceful and powerful sanctuary for all who visited. Since then, over 2,500 events, 17 city and nationwide initiatives, 21 awards, 2 meditation museums have served youths, senior citizens, entrepreneurs, scientists, authors, women, interfaith, the disabled, environment, small businesses, arts seekers, and even leaders. Millions of lives have been served, either through social media, the popular America Meditating radio show, or through exhibitions, lectures, partnerships, and programs held in the meditation museums and centers. We look at 20 years of service as a continued journey of love, courage, wisdom, and determination with friends from diverse backgrounds and thought, who believe a better world is possible when we make ourselves better human beings. Meditation is an important tool that helps us to gain greater clarity, insights, and inner power so we can make healthy choices and amplify our capacity to live a full life. In times of great anxiety, insecurity, and fear, meditation is an essential practice for everyone to gain stability and inner strength. Just look at what a few dedicated, purposeful, and kind group of committed people have been able to achieve in 20 years. Thanks to everyone who have supported us along the way. And thanks in advance to those who believe in our work and power of intent. Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums, where peace is inside. Om Shanti. Hi everyone. It's Sister Jenna. Welcome to The Next Normal. I loved some of those life quotes and questions, didn't you? Oh my, there was one that I liked that said, we're being called to love, to love, to love, because if we don't, we would miss why we are here. That was a great one. And the other one was declare yourself loving if you can love those who hate you or dislike you. Great points. My favorite one is I might not be a healer of the world, but I'm part of the healing. And so whenever we actually start to heal ourselves, it's really a contribution to the planet. It doesn't serve the greater cause if I'm a mess, but I keep expecting and forcing others to be better than me. You know, kind of initiating to them, you need to be that. Today we went to drop one of the cars off and pick up at the other one, and Santosh and I were talking about the deep-rooted, energies recorded in the soul. And when we really look at how much capacity is there, and then we look at the fact that we might be living quite small, it really breeds room for humility. Like there's no need for any of us to have a lot of arrogance at all. There's so much sitting in the soul. So much. Remember, we talked about the experiment that I did the other day about how many of you remember the 9 cents, the 90 cents, the $9, the 900, the 9,000, the 9 million, and the 9 billion exercise. Remember that one? And to what extent you actually felt comfortable with accepting that maybe in this incarnation I could be worth $9 billion. I could have $9 billion, whether it's an asset or liquid funds or what have you. But we thought about it in the car today, and we were saying how sometimes you might think, oh, that will never happen to me. And why would a soul say that, oh, I would never be able to acquire $9 billion? Just as an example where the money is connected to the energy of the soul, okay? Because they say money is energy anyway. And so I was sharing with Santosh today, so let's just say, for example, we actually do have $9 billion in our bank account. What will the person with $9 billion in their bank account, what would they think? What would their energy be like internally? What would be their choices? Where would they put most of their energy? And we all went back to a very deep element that we would definitely feel very free. There would be an element of freedom over us that we wouldn't be worrying or thinking about how is this going to happen or that. We are unlimited. We are in an unlimited zone of good, pure karma when it comes to wealth and finance. It was so incredible today, everyone, as we were churning it on the way to the mechanic. And today's discussion is one that I could go on and on and on because so much of the sharing that Baba does through me has a lot to do with how much of my past am I still serving, and how much of my past have I said goodbye to, and Om Shanti, that there's no more need. And so before coming to just be with you tonight, I just thought a lot about this. I was upstairs in the room and I said, I know it, like I can feel it. I sense that there is a deep impression. There is a recording. There is a vibration. There is a memory, even though we don't have the details. There is a vibration of the memory that lingers in the sanskaras, in the personality, in the resolves. You know, that part of the soul that holds the recording of all the experiences. And ever so often, that energy, based on where I am with my 5 senses, based on where I am in time, based on where these sanskaras or these resolves or these experiences are floating as an energy in the little tiny soul that we are. And it will send a message which comes in the form of a face, an event, a thing, and it strikes an emotion in the mind because it's showing a thought, but it's coming from the vibe
the kind of a signal, the injection, the what's the mechanical word when you see like the wiring or the friction. It's coming from the sanskar, which has no clarity. You have no idea what really is at the deepest root of yourself at your subconscious level. Until you become absolutely soul conscious will you be able to identify what you need to let go of and what you need to strengthen. Without soul consciousness, we can't access the subconscious. And that's why in the teachings of Raj Yoga meditation, it's always a big emphasis. Forget your body. And I ask you to try that experiment. What would it be like if you no longer clung to your body and your name of your body, especially, let's say, your name of your body? There's some people, when they call my name, it sounds so sweet. Sister Jenna. I used to know this young girl. She was such a sweetheart. I think she's graduated from college, and I haven't seen her in a number of years. But she was with me when she was about maybe 6, 7, 8. And I used to love when I used to hear her call me, Sister Jenna. And I went, oh my gosh, I could hear her call me all the time. And then I remembered there was one sister who used to stay with me. And I love her to death, and she's amazing. But when she would call my name, it had a different fragrance to it. Jenna? I was like, what? So imagine if you decided to just put your name to the side. And all those people in your life that carry your name, either in their hearts or in their heads, imagine that they don't have to call you by your name anymore, carrying the energy of that vibration. They just don't. Imagine if they were just to see you as Atma, as soul, as Alma, just pure, just peaceful, just right. So imagine that these sanskaras, these resolves, these deep impressions, the personality, the subconscious, that is sending a signal to the mind. And the mind's only thing is like a television screen. Oh, you're watching the screen now. Oh, this is what's going on. There's been a research done 20 years ago about scientists investigating how many thoughts an average person in America has per day. And it was 30,000, and that was like 20 years ago. How much has that increased because technology got more refined? iPhones and smartphones and Androids came on the scene. How many thoughts are we having per day? And how many of those thoughts do we use? Do we implement? And where do the rest of those thoughts go? Do they go back to the sanskaras? Do they sit in the mind and create a burden? Where do they go? In a way, they go back to the sanskaras. They just stay there. They're not tapped. They're waiting to be used unless it has been transformed with the power of love. And that's where the intellect plays such a crucial role in our self-transformation. So here's what's happening. You and I have a sense that we know life is big. And perhaps that's why you might be pulled to sensational stories or mega films, or we're attracted to performers that when they sing, they just open you up and take you to another place. Or if there's a performer, an actor, or even a politician that just seems larger than life, sometimes you tend to get pulled into that. It appeals to you. And why does it appeal to you? Because there is a time or there is a capacity in you that you are as large as you need to be. And then you ask, what is the anchor here that seems to just have me stuck or have me held back, or what has me as a hostage? That I just feel like I can't do what I want to do. I can't say what I want to say. I can't be what I want to be. I can't be me. Why? Because I'm a wife and I have to behave this way, or I'm a mother and I have to be this way, or I'm so and so's child, so I have to behave. And of course we have to behave. Of course we have to be our best. Let's use that word. We have to be our best. But at some point in time, what if the destiny is also asking something of you? I was mentioning to you all the other day, I was out on Sunday and we were playing basketball. I don't play basketball. I don't know anything. I love watching basketball, but I don't pick up a basketball and put it in a hoop. And Valerie was just saying, look, man, you must have played a ball before. I'm like, no. Just like when Reverend Sylvia took me on the golf course and I was hitting that ball right down the field. Reverend Sylvia kept saying, Sister Jenna, you must have played golf before. Do you understand how hard it is to hit that ball down the field? I went, how can it be hard? There's a ball on the ground. I have a stick. You tell me to throw it down there. And I do it. And I hit it. And she was like, there's no way. Do you know how much practice it takes to hit a ball? And then the time when Reverend Sylvia told me, because when I would hit the ball, I wouldn't look at the ball because I knew where the ball was. So I would just put the ball. I know the ball was there. I got my clubs. I'm like, okay, where you want it? All right, bam. And Reverend Sylvia is like, you have to look at the ball. That's not a good habit to develop where you're hitting the ball without looking for it. Everybody, would you believe when I looked at that ball, I missed it? And this is a true story. And if Sylvia is on, she'll tell you that she cannot believe it either. And so she had hired a coach because she thought I had all this potential. And so they put me into this assimilation booth, and the coach was watching me from the back as I kept hitting the balls. And then he basically, and Sylvia, if you're watching, you can correct me, but I'm pretty accurate, I believe, what you told me and what you all spoke about. He says, I don't know what to tell her. I mean, she's got form, she hits it. Sylvia, you could learn a thing or two from her. But the only thing that troubles me is that she doesn't look at the ball. And every time I looked at the ball, I missed it. And I asked myself, why? And it made me go back to our discussion tonight. Every time I look at my past, every time I allow my past to flare up in my consciousness, in my mind, do I miss an opportunity? Do I miss the experience of growth? Do I miss feeling Baba and trusting that Baba is moving me and making things happen without me having to move him out of the way and think, I've got to do it, and you work really hard? Do we really have to get used to it being so hard all the time to get to the next destination? Or can the energy of purity build itself as a vibrational frequency in our personality? And that energy of purity is what gives us the sense of freedom. And in that freedom, we're attracting. And we were working on this today, and we're talking about it. And so there was a joke, because as the three of us are in the car with Happy, we were saying, okay, let the three of us just think $9 billion is in Baba's account. And let's see how the three of us would feel at the same token, at the same time. Let's imagine that. Sister Gita, within 2-3 seconds, she's like, what's the name of that doctor? Are you going to take me to the hospital? And then, of course, Santosh got distracted. Sister, we have to try to do this experiment. Then I got frustrated. I went, see, I'm the only one holding the fort here. We're trying to keep our thoughts clear. It was just so interesting how the three of us had 3 different vibrational frequency, which makes it harder to really create the energy that you want. But each one's frequency and vibrations are their own. So Santosh has his, and he said to me this week, the experiment with 9 cents to 9 billion really touched him. He said, I've heard you say that before. I've heard you taking us through this exercise before. But for the first time, I actually realized there's a lot sitting in me that I was like, I want to feel like I'm worth 9 billion, but It was like something was subtly holding me back. And those are the karmas of the past. That's like looking at the ball when you're playing golf and you're like, I'm getting distracted because I want to go down there. I want to go ahead. I want to move forward. I've got my tools. I know how to hit something, and I go. It's the same thing Valerie was telling me today, or Valerie Stills, who is a WNBA Hall of Famer. She was saying, I don't understand. You don't play basketball and your form and the way you do it. I says, I've watched a lot of NBA. I like watching NBA. But I just felt like it's a ball. There's a net. You throw it in the net. That's just was my logic. It was just my logic. Like, that's what you do. And I didn't question if I could or not. And that is something I do teach a lot of people to do. Don't immediately cut off your fortune by saying, I can't, I don't know how, or make an excuse why you think it won't work. That totally your past sabotaging you. That's you looking at the golf ball and trying to swing it and missing. That's your past. When you are in your energy of the purity of your soul, you don't have any memory if you failed or succeeded. All you know when you're pure, the world is your oyster, even though I'm vegetarian. Like the whole world is yours. And everything is open to you. That's what Baba's been trying to teach us in Raj Yoga. Let go of your past. We're all born with our predestined script. And I know that each of us have our own destiny written out for us. Sometimes that doesn't feel so great, you know? But I've been really, really going deeper into this analysis. If my script, and it is, my script is already written out for me. I'm meant to sit here almost every night with you, Monday through Friday, and share life with you. I am meant to do that. It is written. You know how I know? There's not been one night I've not wanted to come down and be with you. Not one. And Santosh, is the same for you too, because we haven't had one night since March the 16th.
It's the reverse. On a weekend we used to take.
Oh yeah, and then Santosh was saying it's the reverse, because when we changed from spiritual vaccine to the next normal, we didn't know what to do on Saturday, Sundays. We were like, wait, we were supposed to be in studio. How do I know that this was written for me to do? Because it flows and it's natural, and we're not manipulating, and we're not lying, and we're not cheating, and we're still authentic, and we're still true to who we are, whether it's one person that's taking benefit or whether it's a million people that's being benefited. Each and every one of us have our own platform to be of service. It's okay. I think it's fantastic if somebody has a platform of 50, 60, 70 million people. Facebook has a platform of 1 billion lives at their access. That is so huge. When I think about influencing 1 billion people, I ask myself, what's the level of the purity in the minds of those souls? That whatever they touch or whatever they do, it can spread that far and wide. Now, I'm not saying that if we don't have the energy of purity, we can't impact people. Yes, we are. I'm only making the point to give us a reference that think in terms of there will always be an opportunity to expand your power, to expand your grace, to expand your purity, to expand your presence. There will always be an opportunity. And I believe that so many of us have become stuck on doing the same things day in, day out. Now we're on new things. We're like, I just want to do something new. And I'm doing it not because we're bored. We are definitely not bored here. I cannot begin to tell you that. We're just, nothing near boredom is happening here. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. But what I do know is that there's a natural nature in the universe where the universe is unlimited. The soul is an unlimited, immortal, eternal, imperishable energy. Go back to the exercise that we did on Monday. 9 cents, $9, $900 in my savings, 9,000, 9 million, 9 billion. Can you stretch yourselves? Can you stretch your consciousness? Can you expand your consciousness out of your comfort zone, thinking that what you have acquired so far is more than enough? And this isn't you wanting more because of a lack. Remember my definition of desire? Desire is an attachment to an unfulfilled past. So that's a different cup of tea. I'm talking about when you've been there, done that, and now you are, what next? Like, what next? Been there, done that. What's my next project? What's my next assignment, Baba? What's the next thing that I need to learn from and grow? That's purity speaking. When you are thinking like that, that's Baba, and that's the purity that's coming from Baba that is influencing thoughts of that nature. What's next? What's next? That energy of attachment, I tell you, it's a killer. It's taken away so much of our potential, so much of our fortune, so much of the beauty and the richness of relationships. Relationships are supposed to be the most beautiful experience on this planet Earth. But because of attachment, I limit them, I possess them, I control them, I'm afraid of them, I manipulate them, I use them. So, let's look at this whole genre. Are we going to do the Tom's video? Let us look at how we can basically work on some of these thoughts that I've shared. Like I said, this is a topic I could just sit in a living room with you all night long, because it's my personal focus for the last few months, if not the last 2 years. How do I let go? There's a delete button on a computer, and I just know once I touch it, the information that is there that I don't want in the laptop is deleted. Baba has said, in order to delete your past, remember me with love. And I guarantee it, I'll delete your past. And for the life of us, is what we do the less. We'd rather not forgive somebody and hold that energy of hate and hurt and pain and suffering, rather than to be free. This is how topsy-turvy the soul has become, and this is how much the past is still holding us hostage. That all I have to do is humble myself up and forgive you. But I won't. I won't let you off the hook. And as a result, it's like I'm looking at the ball and missing it. I know where I have to go. I know what I have to do. I just have to let go and trust and have faith and bring the best of who I am forward. That's all I have to do to keep increasing abundance and life and love and power. But because of that energy of attachment, it has you, it has us creeping to our goal, creeping to our destination. It's life. It's life. And even if our script is written for us, which I'm a firm believer that it is, then I don't need to take anything that's happening to me personally. I just need to keep a lookout for moments of sheer joy and moments of magnificence, and when there are moments of suffering or pain or anxiety and loss, then I go, wow, that makes me so human. I can understand. It should actually make us more empathetic and more humble when we go through suffering. But we shouldn't have to carry the suffering for decades. That's all I know Baba wants us to do. You're going to play a part that might not be the best. And Baba will be saying, I want you to let go of that. Just remember me with love and you'll be okay. Let's listen to a little meditation from Tom on how to just let go of the anxiety and just be very present. And let's see if we can create a nice feeling for tonight.
To experience the now, follow these thoughts on the screen of your mind and repeat these affirmations. I am a peaceful energy. I am a peaceful being. I let go of my thoughts and I withdraw inside myself. I let go of my feelings and I withdraw deeper inside myself. I let go of my imaginations and my contemplations and I withdraw deeper inside myself. I am experiencing each moment as it passes. I begin to realize my moments are shared with many different contemplations and thoughts and feelings. And now I decide to fill my moments with an experience of myself. As I breathe deeply, I allow myself to slow down my inner experience. For my inner world to be experienced in slow motion. I begin the process of dividing each second into an experience of myself. As each second passes, I connect with myself deeper and deeper. I realize that I have the capacity to stay in each moment as it arrives. As each moment arrives, I experience that moment as a step. As I take each step, I'm rising higher and higher into my frequency of peace. I am experiencing each individual moment as new and refreshing. The rhythm of my being matches the rhythm of the universe. In this moment, everything is exactly as it is meant to be. In this moment, I have complete acceptance of everything in my world. Each breath I take fills my moment with more and more acceptance. I am able to stay in the now and experience my energy and vitality. I realize the benefit of this moment, and I experience each moment as unique and original. All of my questions have finished. All of my contemplations have finished. I am sharing this moment with myself, and every moment from now on I will share with myself. I am connected with my life and the life of others. I am connected with the elements in the universe. I am connected with the atmosphere. I am connected with all of the energies. I can feel the vibration, and I recognize the power of this moment and the energy of the now. Om Shanti.
That was perfect. It's absolutely perfect. When you think about the burdens that we take with us and we get so used to them. I was recalling a time when I was in India, and we were with a group of us, about maybe 5 or 6 of us. We were going to see one of our wonderful brothers that we love so much, Brother Nirvir. And there was one sister who was lugging a knapsack. And there was so much in that knapsack that it had her back the whole way. And we all went into his office and we sat and we had chai and nuts, and that's just what we would do in India. It's a very family-oriented culture here in the BK world. And then we have our study time, which is very official and very disciplined, and then we have service to the world. But when we're together, it's like very healthy. It's socially very, very healthy. When I know for our center here, it's a very socially healthy environment where you really feel like you're seen, you're heard, you're cared for, you're valued, and still there are teachings there in the midst of all of that. But anyway, we're in Nirvir's office, and Nirvir Bai's office, and he noticed the sister with this big knapsack on her back, and he just basically told her, "Sister, you're going to become a deity. Deities don't wear a knapsack on their back." And he was asking her, "What do you have in that bag?" So she went into the bag and showed him just about everything under the sun that was in that bag. And he says, "But that's a burden, no? You don't want to carry a burden. Deities are free. Deities are free." And I remembered that moment because I was the observer. And I saw that everything in that bag she didn't use. The only thing she used was her bottled water. Nothing else. She used the whole time we were together. She used nothing in that knapsack except her bottled water. And that was it. And similarly, when it comes to the burdens of the past and the things that we carry, everyone, we don't need 90% of the stuff we're carrying. So you might be wondering, well, how do I identify what I don't carry anymore? How do I know I need to let go of anything? Remembrance, yoga, connecting to Baba. And the more there's a connection to Baba, then you start to identify and realize the thoughts and the experiences that you're still holding on to. It's like a memory. Like the example I told you, how sometimes some of us just won't forgive. We won't humble ourselves up to forgive someone for what they've done, but we will carry the feeling of the hate and the block and the toxicity for as long as we want to. And even that is more damaging than actually going to the person and just saying, I forgive you or forgive me. It's a very interesting thing. And when you go in meditation, you, the soul, really sit with your conscience and go to Baba and say, Baba, what is it? Am I not worthy to feel the expansion of, I'm just using the energy of money, 9 billion, but I'm not really, this is not a conversation about money, but I'm using it as an analogy that if you had 9 billion in your bank account right now, what would be your thinking and your way of being? What would your environment be like? How would you take care of people? How would you take care of your home? How would you take care of yourself? That's what I mean. So the more the soul stays in this link with this divine, with the supreme, then it won't feel that burdenness, it won't feel the burden of holding so much of the past in. Again, go back to the very, very simple exercise about forgiveness. That when you actually forgive someone for what they've done, you set yourself free. But for the life of us, we was like, I'll never forgive them for what they did to me. That means I will never allow myself to be loved, to be opened, to be ready, to be prepared for the next best thing in my life. And the quicker we can let go of people, faces, places, and things of what they did and didn't do and should have done, boy, are we going to enjoy what it means to be Baba's child, to be a soul, to be aware of the philosophy of karma, to use my powers to live fully, to really live fully. And I tell you this, everyone out there, this is something great to look forward to. This would be huge for us to actually have the interest and the insight and the sensitivity and the curiosity and the sincerity to say, I want that for myself. I want to feel life unlimited. I don't want to be stuck. I will not allow myself to remain stuck in a particular place of consciousness. That's not who I was born to be. You see the energy of when you allow yourself to go unstuck and to make yourself just a little bit more than what you are. And I'm speaking this to you because we're working with it ourselves too, and we've been doing it for quite a while. And each time you go into these different layers within, you get to another place, and you see that there's more. And then even though you might have unraveled a few burdens or a few issues of the past, sometimes we're even creating new ones. And then they're adding on to what I was trying to let go of. So this is why spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence, spiritual knowledge, connection to Baba is so important in order for us to stay focused and clear so that we don't lose a lot of our time and energy. You ready for another meditation? Free of attachments? You want to be free of attachments? There'll be a nice meditation for that. Take a deep breath. Allow your heart to open up wide and far. Take another deep breath. Give yourself permission to be free at last. Take another deep breath. Give yourself permission to settle into your goodness, your worthiness, and your value. Enjoy this meditation. What if I no longer carried any attachments? Attachments about who I think I am or how someone else perceives me, or attachment to my country or my gender, attachment to a religion. What would it be like to be free of attachments to labels?
and to simply be loving. So just for a little while, I invite you to let go of attachments. What if I was no longer attached to my name? How does it feel? Let go of your attachment to your gender. You're no longer a man or a woman. Let go of your titles. Let go of your nationality. And experience yourself letting go of even your religion. Now let go of your body. If I don't have a name, a gender, a title, a nationality, a religion, or a body, then who would I think of? And who would think of me? It would be the Supreme Being that would think of me, and I would think of the Supreme. In this meditation, I invite you to sit in an experience of unlimited freedom in real inner power. Now gradually observe how the soul feels as it puts back on the awareness of the body, nationality, the religion, the title, the gender, and the name, and bring through these labels your experience of being with the divine and feeling free and at peace with yourself. Om Shanti. The footage in that meditation video was taken by me when we were in Florida, in sunny Isle, Florida, and I saw that guy just floating up there, free as a bird. He was just free as a bird in his little whatever that thing was, and I just captured him, you know, like how he was just flying all by himself, free as a bird over the Atlantic. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So tell me, is anything resonating with you today that I shared in the session today? Anybody wants to raise a question or make a comment as I do my shout out? Khalees, welcome. Very nice to have you. Kailash, Om Shanti. Asmita, I didn't know you and Nikhil Kumar Joshi were neighbors. Small world, huh? So when we open up, you can all come over together. Nikki Dicky, Om Shanti. Miss Rue, your birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to you tomorrow. Happy birthday to you tomorrow. We'll save that for tomorrow, right? If I'm not mistaken, you were told us a few days ago it was on Thursday. So Grace Darlin, thank you for joining us. Portia, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Rally Show, Om Shanti. Nagarshi, Bharti, Minakshi, Susan, Erica, CJ, nice to have you. Glad you're going to be participating in the Dilwali dance. It's going to be great. Aditi will contact everyone on WhatsApp and we'll definitely send out the information. Diraj, nice to have you. Jermaine, Fatima, Indu, Susanna, and our sweet sister Shobha. Beautiful. So, have we gotten some insights today about letting go of the past and letting go of burdens? They are recorded in the sanskaras, in the subconscious. And the subconscious is like, when you're going to have a root canal, the kind of work the dentist has to do, he has to go deep, deep, deep beneath the tooth and go to nerve in order to take out the nerve so there isn't any more pain. We have to go deep, deep, deep within the self. That means strip away all of the labels and titles that we're so used to. Strip away all the stories that people have told us that they think we are. Strip away all of that and sit. Sit in silence until you can see the real you. It'll be a personality that emanates the characteristics of an angel, a deity, a server for humanity. It would be a personality that, even with the smallest of things that you do, it could be walking down the street, it could be stepping into your car, it could be cooking a meal, but whatever you touch, it's amplified. How many of you, now I'm going to really reveal my age, but how many of you remember Audrey Hepburn in one of her award-winning movies called My Fair Lady? Remember My Fair Lady? And she was like a street urchin that the professor had found, and the professor and his friend made a deal that they could make her fit to marry a prince. And sure enough, through knowledge, through training, through teaching, through consistency, she became so dignified that even a prince of a country wanted to marry her. But there was a particular scene in My Fair Lady, and I think many of you will remember it, whoever's seen the movie. It was when Audrey came down the steps at the ball. Remember that scene? And all she did was to walk down those steps from the ball, and all eyes were on her because her whole energy in her personality had embodied what she had taught, what she had been taught, what she had learned, what she had become, what she practiced, what she trained. And we have that opportunity now to allow Baba to teach us, to train us, to build us into the best human beings on the planet, that whatever we do just has that special fragrance, that little different thing. Like, you won't get it at 7-Eleven, no pun intended, if you own a 7-Eleven store, but it's just so rare. It's just so rare. And it's Baba's. So when you can start to really use your energy to come from that place of grace and dignity, what Portia was saying about the importance of grace in the comments, to come from that place where you're holding yourself up and you're believing in your royalty and your dignity and your grace and your beauty. And your beauty has nothing to do with the way the world defines beauty for us, that you have to fit the cover of a Cosmopolitan magazine or Vogue. I'm not talking about that kind of beauty. It's photoshopped anyway. I'm talking about the kind of beauty that is so God-sent, and despite your physical features, the beauty just radiates through you. And that's what Baba wants, and that's what Baba's giving all of us. And once we can let go of those burdens, what's going to shine is that beauty that is actually sitting in the soul, not getting the attention that it needs, because we've been paying so much attention to the old stuff, you know, all the other old stuff. So, Khalees, glad you're enjoying. And Nikki Dicky, I agree with Khalees. Forgiveness is the key ingredient to moving on gracefully. Yes. Yes. Yes, Asmita, we'll definitely meet soon. Rally show, I'm working so hard on the detachment from name, title, etc. Rally, it's not, you know, it's, I'll tell you this. It's actually very easy to do, but it's hard to sustain. Just remember that. So if you want to really let go of the attachment to the name and the titles, here's what I've done. You know, this has helped me a lot. I've practiced implementing love for everybody at the same level. Like I will love everybody the same. And when I would practice loving everyone the same, which means nobody gets extra attention, extra love, extra affection from me, I would love them all the same. And I felt that there was a detachment from that, like I was being released as a result of that practice. So give that a try tonight or tomorrow and just see how it works and let us know how that actually turns around for you, okay? All right, so we're at the end of our wonderful time together as usual, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be with us and to be with our very intimate and sacred and beautiful community. It's been really Baba's gift to us. So we really want to thank Baba for that. And just sending everybody lots of grace and love and light and wishing you continued freedom and wisdom, lots of wisdom. Anyway, have a lovely night. Be well, be happy, be strong, and I'll see you tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Precipice. True tipping point. Is this the moment that will finally change our country? Trying to rain on the thunder. Tell the storm I'm new. I'ma rain on this bitter love. Tell the tweet I'm new.
It's not a broken system. It was built to function exactly as it is.
We must respond with bold action.
This is our country too. We can build new systems that do what they should.
I'm a walk, I'm a march on the regular.
We are united. We are standing.
Follow away.
And we are going to fight this fight.
Freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. I break chains up on myself.
There is something happening across this country.
When we work and when we fight and when we march and when we speak up and when we offer solutions, we win.
I'ma keep running cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
It's always the right time to celebrate women and black women in particular.
It is an opportunity to show the nation and the world that we will act. It has been an inspiration.
You have the choice, and it is that choice that gives you power.
Vote. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
That is what we need next. Action.
Hi everyone, it's Sister Jenna from America Meditating Radio. I hope you've been enjoying Wiseish, which you can get live on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45. But you can also get it on demand 24/7. It's going to be your power boost for the morning. It's your daily dose for the soul. It's just going to encourage you to make the day that much more valuable. So join us. Looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. My glorious, my glorious, my glorious life. My glorious, my glorious.